the 2024 Pepsi SWAC Football Media Day presented by GM. We hope that you have enjoyed the different format that we brought to you this time. Predicted order of finish, and finishing off with the top team predicted in the East, the Alabama State Hornets. Their head man, Eddie Robinson Jr., on stage with us now. And Coach Robinson, high expectations in the Gump, and are you ready to receive all of that and more for this upcoming season?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, we're just going to win each day. That's been our motto from day one. But, yeah, it's a little bit more expectations. I think the kids will be up to that challenge, and every team has gotten better this year. So we just have to see how we measure up.
How do you build on last year's success, one of the best seasons in nearly a decade? And so there's so much buzz, if you will, going around not only Montgomery, but within the SWAC about how good you all can be. With that good core coming back, can you speak to the impact transfers that we'll see, namely Andrew Body and Rico Dozier?
Yeah, I think you just named it. I mean, those two guys have performed well in this conference. Everybody knows who they are. Rico Dozier, he'll take the place of Bubba Adams, just a high-quality kid. He's from Abbeville, Alabama, so he's kind of coming back home. So it's great to see him working hard. And, of course, Andrew Body, who's coming over from Texas Southern, is a kid that's just a leader on and off the football field, and love what he brings to the table. But we have a good core of players who are already there, so we're just going to add them all to it, do a lot of team bonding in the offseason, and get them ready to play in the fall.
Rob, this is your third year as a head coach down there. To get to where you are this fast, did you kind of anticipate that? Or do you feel like, hey, we're legit? I know the pulse of the team. I know what it takes to win a championship? Because I don't know if you know what it's like to be SWAC.
I had to pause. I had to take a deep breath. You know, my speech coach tells me you always pause before you say something. No, but let me just.
Hey, what's it take to win SWAC? Since you want to be SWAC, what's it take to win SWAC?
Well, I think you just have to go out there and compete and win each day. But yeah, it's been great building the team to get to this level. So now we have to see. And I told my kids it's kind of like climbing a mountain. You know, Mount Kilimanjaro. You start off. You know, the first mile and a half is nice and easy. It's like plains. It's beautiful. You see the zebras, but then you start to elevate, it gets a little bit harder. And, of course, to get to the very top, you got to do something that's extraordinary. So what it takes to win SWAC, you got to do something extraordinary. So the guys have to perform at a level day in and day out. We have to win each day, and that's been our motto from day one.
And I know that your old coach that you played for when you played at Alabama State, Houston Markham, meant a lot to you. What are some of those philosophies you're sharing with today's modern athlete that you think Coach Markham would share?
Well, today's modern athlete is not ready for Coach Markham. That was 3-a-day practices more than anything. So I looked at the NCAA regulations. You get 1 3-hour practice a day with a 3-hour off period afterwards. We were already on our second practice after that 3-hour period. So, but I think the hard work part is what we teach more than anything. Do what's right because it's right. I mean, that's the thing that he always preached. We still say the Hornet Creed. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given us a day to use as we will. So no matter what happens the day before, big win, big loss, you know the next day you have to get up and get ready to be prepared. And so those lessons, they don't just help you with football, they help you out with life, which is the big important thing.
What is a bigger thrill? Winning as a player, winning the Magic City Classic as a player, or winning it as a coach?
That's a tough one. I mean, to me, that's the biggest game for us every year here in Birmingham. And so winning as a player, winning as a coach, it's just fun to win that game. I have lost it once as a player, and it is not a good feeling. So to me, my motivation is I don't like to lose. And so the motivation of not losing is just as big as the motivation to win. And so that's a game that we love to play in. If you haven't been to it, I think everybody needs to be to that game. I mean, when I was doing ESPN with you, we covered a lot of games. And so I've been to the Florida Classic, Bayou Classic, GHO, all of them. But the Magic City Classic, it ranks right up there with one of the best in HBCU football.
It's a good one.
I would agree to that. I would agree to that as well. Jay, before we go on, you know, he talks about that part of the schedule, you know, in terms of how big that game is, but there are a number of key matchups that you will have this season, and we'll see you down at the Orange Blossom Classic against North Carolina Central on ESPN on September 1st. You host FAMU, then the back half, you've got those SWAC West squads, and then finishing off with that Turkey Day Classic versus Tuskegee. I just named a bunch of different options for you to choose from, but you know, where have you found success in what part of the season, or have you found success for your teams in years past that you are hopeful for?
Yeah, last couple years, I think that Magic City Classic is such a big game. If that's a game, if you can win, even when I played as a player, it just kind of gets the momentum going and you get going downhill. And that's what happened the last 2 years. We need to start off fast. I mean, like you said, that first game against North Carolina Central down in Miami, Orange Blossom Classic. They've done a great job promoting the game. We've already been down there for a press conference. We know Coach Oliver's going to have this team ready to play. They won the HBCU National Championship a couple years ago. So getting off to a really good start is going to be important for us. But all 12 games are big games. We have 6 games at home, 9 games in the state of Alabama. So our fans, a tank of gas to get you there. So that's our motto, and we have to be at every game and show up.
Sometimes you got to learn something.
What's that?
See, sometimes you got to learn, right? And I see your athletic director, Cable, over there, right? Between you and Cable, y'all don't learn about why play Tuskegee on Thanksgiving in that Turkey Day Classic. Why play that game? I mean, they try to teach y'all lessons several times, but I can see you doing it because you're the historian.
I'm the
because
historian.
You went to Alabama State. It's always supposed to be Tuskegee on Thanksgiving. That's why.
Yeah, it's a tradition, and people come from far and wide to see that game in Montgomery.
If they bust you, I don't want to hear nothing. If they bust you, I don't want to hear nothing.
Well, you got to go out there and
they
play,
bust Tavares Jackson
play and compete.
When he won the SWAC.
See, he always points out
history.
and I'm gonna go back to the history of Howard. You know, what I'm saying? The academic institution.
That's all he has to fall back on.
But I'm sure you as being a FAMU girl, you know that him with this Howard stuff is always goes back to HU.
Yes.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
Academic America's Black
never,
College. Let's
never
throw it
let
over
it
to our
go.
girl Simone with some of the
Oh,
players here before
look
they
at
double
you with the
team me.
transition,
Simone,
Jay,
help me
to
out,
take
please.
that spotlight out for you.
Now you want to throw it over to me, Jay. But we are joined by Andrew Body and James Burgess from the Alabama State squad, and they're repping these black suits. It's textured. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it has a nice texture to it, and JB's going to break down the fits for us.
Yeah, at Alabama State, we're going to stay clean. We got the black blazer, white shirt, nice little black and gold tie. See, look, we go khaki pants instead of black. Black a little basic, so we go khaki pants. Okay, my guy got white, showing you a little white watch. I got black and gold Invicta watch. I go black loafers. He go black and white Jordans. Sneakers, sneakerhead.
I like it. Complimenting each other well. And JB, you earned all SWAC preseason first team honors. How does it give you pride going into the season, knowing you have that recognition?
It feels good to be recognized, but job ain't done. That's just preseason. I'm trying to get that postseason.
I like it. I like the mindset. And Andrew, you walked in here today with new colors, black and gold. How did it feel coming in here repping Alabama State?
It was different. It was very different. But at the end of the day, like I always just say, it's football. So we just in here, and it feels good to be in the black and gold.
Same conference, same mission?
Yes, ma'am, most definitely.
And what has it been like getting to know your new offense, your new receivers and coaches?
It's been good. We got a great OC, great head coach, great defensive coordinator, and then just in practice every day being able to go against the best defense in the SWAC, they just pushing me to be my very best. So just taking it day by day and really just at first, being a new guy, you kind of got to earn the team's respect. So I just ain't try to come in doing too much. I just showed them my work and then let it speak for itself.
I like it. Leading with your attitude on the field.
Most definitely by example.
And JB, what can we expect from that Hornets defense this season?
Oh, you can expect dominance as always. No one last year, going to be no one this year too. We're going to always swan to the ball. We're going to get the ball because the ball is the program.
Ooh, I like it. Y'all have some great sayings today. I'm going to have to take some notes. And Alabama State was predicted to finish #1 in the East. How does the team stay hungry with all the expectations that you have?
Well, we always just got to keep the main thing at the end of the day. And then we can't trip if our plate full when we was praying, when we was hungry. So we grateful for it, we blessed, and we just ready to take on anything that come at us.
We just ready to show that we will be #1 and win championship this year.
A lot of poeticness, a lot of good sayings, a lot of good quotes. Can't wait to see what y'all do on the field this season.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to swarming as one. That's a theme that's been carried over from season to season since Eddie Robinson Jr. has been the head coach. I'd be remiss before we go to break, and we heard a couple of fallen Hornets who contributed greatly to the program, and both Houston Markham and Tavares Jackson and Jacoby Jones, who was a part of the staff, passed away recently, just earlier this week, and we send our condolences, thoughts, and prayers to the family of Jacoby Jones, and certainly he is continuing to be in our hearts and minds. We'll be back with more here from the 2024 Pepsi SWAC Football Media Day. We'll wrap up here and give you our final thoughts. Come back with us.